Elle Lamboy here, Vice President of Philanthropy at the Gettysburg Foundation, and I am joined by Christopher Gwinn, Chief of Interpretation and Education at Gettysburg National Military Park. Now you may be wondering why you're on a Museum Monday video, but we are here on the battlefield. Today we want to show you how the battlefield and the museum galleries are intricately woven to tell the full Gettysburg story. So where's our first stop today, Chris?
Well, I tell you what, we're actually standing alongside what is today known as Route 30 or the Lincoln Highway. In 1863, it's called the Gettysburg Pike. So the same road that brings armies here in 1863 are still used by millions of visitors to the battlefield every single year. And really, we're out here because I want to talk about firsts. And behind me, you'll see a bronze statue of a man looking off in the distance. His name is Union General John Buford, and it's his 2,000 cavalrymen that'll essentially begin the Battle of Gettysburg on the morning of July 1st, 1863. They precipitate the battle as Confederates coming towards us down the road from the distant mountains collide with some of Buford's cavalrymen. It begins the battle. It's early morning, July 1st, 1863. And so Buford is a pivotal player in the story of the battle. He's honored by the statue behind me, and I love that statue. It conveys a lot of the characteristics of Buford himself. He looks pensive. He's scanning the distant horizon for the approach of Confederates. But what I really love about that statue is at the base there's a cannon tube. It's black, it's a rifled gun. It looks like a lot of the cannon that you'll see around the battlefield, but that is the tube that fired the first artillery round of the Battle of Gettysburg. Union artillerists recognized the significance of the beginning of the battle. They recorded the serial number, so that's how we know that's the gun that fired the first round from a cannon tube during the Battle of Gettysburg. What I'd like to do, though, is go back to the museum and talk about a different first, the first shot of the battle. And so let's go and check it out.
Let's go. Hi everyone, so we just came from Gettysburg National Military Park and now we are back in the Gettysburg Museum of the American Civil War, and Chris talked about firsts. So what do we have here today? How does that fit with the theme?
Yeah, sure. So as you remember, we were just at the statue to John Buford, and at the base is that cannon tube that fired the first artillery round of the Battle of Gettysburg. Well, behind me is the forage cap. It's a hat that would have been worn by most Union soldiers who fought in the battle, and it belonged to a man named Corporal Levi Schaefer. And it's actually Schaefer's carbine, his gun, that fires the first shot, period, of the Battle of Gettysburg. And you'll see right above the forage cap, we have a Sharp's carbine. And that's the exact kind of gun, not the same gun, but it's the kind of gun that would have fired that first shot of the battle. He's a cavalryman under Buford. He's on a picket post, early morning, July 1st, 1863. And his lieutenant, a man by the name of Marcellus Jones, saw a Confederate column moving down the Gettysburg Pike. Jones knows a great battle is going to be fought, a battle that could decide the war, and he wants to be the guy that fires the first shot. So he borrows Corporal Schaefer's gun, his carbine, aims it at the first Confederate coming down the road, pulls the trigger, and fires the first shot of the battle. Now he missed, but he's so proud of the fact that he fired that first round that many years later he returns to the battlefield and erects a small monument to where he stood. It says basically what I just told you. He fired the first shot of the battle with Corporal Schaefer's carbine. Elle, I just want to thank you again for another Museum Monday episode. I love connecting the battlefield to some of our museum objects. We hope you'll tune in next Monday as we explore a new artifact.